Hey there, it's Mike Langford. Welcome to another update from the Modern Financial Advisor, brought to you by Truelytics, the one and only comprehensive advisor transition management platform. This week on the show, I have John Prendergast, the CEO of Blueleaf, on with me, and it's a treat for me, and hopefully I think you will enjoy it as well, because John and I go way, way back to before he started Blueleaf. And in fact, during the early days of him ideating and thinking about starting Blueleaf, he would take me out to lunch or call me on the phone or email me to bend my ear on the concepts, to put some of his hypothesis in front of me and ask me, is this a real problem that needs to be solved? Is this something you've experienced in your business? What do you think about if we did this? What do you think about this type of pricing? Would you pay for that? All those types of ideas. What do you think about the color scheme, the logo, all that type of jazz he was putting in front of me and others in the wealth management space, because he was going through something called the lean startup process. Instead of going off and locking himself and his team in a bunker and creating a product and bringing it to market and going, this solves all your problems, only to find out that the clients don't like it, they don't want to pay for it, whatever. He was testing it out, right? Testing it out and trying to figure out what's the minimum thing that I can bring to market and get financial advisors and wealth management firms to use and get value out of and pay for, right? So it was a really, really interesting thing to be a part of it and to interact with John and his team as they were doing that in those early days. And I'm very grateful to have had that experience. And I'm really excited to have John on the show with us this week. Now, we're going to cover a lot of ground, as you might suspect. We always do. These conversations are robust. They're usually about 40 minutes or so. I think that the overall theme for this episode of the show, though, is what financial advisors and wealth management firms can learn from startups in terms of creating a better client experience. Because one of the things that I was just getting at there with the lean startup model is it's all about customer experience, right? What will the customer use? What will they pay for? What do they like, right? What experience is better? Is it A or is it B? Is it B or is it C? You know, they're testing out these types of things, putting different things in front of them and soliciting real, genuine feedback instead of just rolling with it and just assuming this is what they're going to use. Now, this is particularly important for the time we're in, I think, because look, we're in a pandemic. The world has changed a bit, and also the world has changed rapidly. John and his team back in 2010, when they were coming up with the idea for Blueleaf, the idea of getting clients to go online and upload documents to a website so that you could see their documents, or linking other accounts so they could give you transparency into their held away assets, that was new stuff, right? But now it's just, we all do it, right? There's lots of solutions that provide that those types of things for you and your clients. And it's kind of expected to have the ability to interact online. Well, now it's becoming kind of expected to be able to talk to your clients via video chat. It's kind of expected to, email, text, right? For them to be able to, scan a document in using their phone and send it over to you. All those things are desired on the client side. And some things are no longer as valuable, like for many, the in-person meeting. As we've talked about a couple times on the show, do you need the oak-paneled office anymore, or are your clients just totally comfortable having a complete digital experience with you, or meeting at a coffee shop, or just coming over to your house and hanging out for a couple of beers while you go over the financial plan? Who knows, right? The world is changing rapidly, and now's the time to test some hypotheses on new client experiences. So really interesting conversation with John. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. I've always been a huge fan of John. He's always been a great dude to me. I love every chance I get to chat with him, and it was so wonderful to see him face to face. And as we did last episode with Tony Steek from Advise at Naviplan there, we recorded it video style as well. So you can check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you like to get your podcast jam on, or head on over to the YouTubes. You can watch the show there, or obviously on Truelytics, you can go to the Modern Financial Advisor podcast area there. Click on the episode and you'll see the video, and you'll see a link to be able to have a player for the podcast and listen audio style, whatever floats your boat. Just get on it, okay? As always, please do send in your questions and suggestions for this show. You can reach us at podcast@truelytics.com, or Truelytics is active on all the socials, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitters, okay? So give the announcement for the show a like, add a comment, let John know you loved what you saw from him on the podcast as well, okay? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure you're wearing your mask, keeping your distance, and being nice to everybody, okay? We'll see you next time on the Modern Financial Advisor podcast. See ya. Bye.